Welcome back to Tice Travel Time. Today's video is a little different. I am talking about the book, The Alchemist. And today I'll be talking about how The Alchemist has positively changed my perspective on life and has helped me work toward finding my personal legend and how it's going to help you. As you know, Tice Travel Time is all about travel, and with the book, The Alchemist, it honestly helped me see traveling in a different perspective. Within The Alchemist, there's a boy and he's on a journey in life. He is looking to achieve this dream that he had for his life, and all throughout the book, there is just so many incredible messages that are game changers in life, in your perspective, and seeing the world. And honestly, I'm just really excited to share a lot of my thoughts and to help you also challenge yourself. With Tice Travel Time, if you didn't know this, Tice stands for Teach, Inspire, Challenge, and Enrich. And within my personal goal for Tice Travel Time, I want to make sure that I build a community of people who are living a life of enrichment, where you are surrounded by having enriching experiences and you are constantly challenging yourself to go and do things that you want to do even though they're scary or they're hard. And that is a large part of my goals in life and how to also help you all. So let's get into The Alchemist. The first quote that I really liked that was in the beginning of the book is, "Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how people should lead their lives, but none of his or her own." I think that this really connects with a lot of people in that society has a lot of expectations for us. We have these ideas of the American dream and working 9 to 5 and knowing what is expected of you, building a family, having kids, and having a corporate job. So we all are raised in these ideas. And the idea is everyone knows your life better than you. You are living your life for society. You are living your life for other people, which is just not the case. And I think that when it comes to traveling, a lot of traveling is selfish, but also not selfish. In a way, you are constantly being impacted by the people that are surrounding you, but you are also impacting other people. You are sharing those experiences. You are growing, you are learning, and there's so much value in it. With traveling, you really gain a sense of self and who you are and what you're meant to do and what you value and what your interests are. And it is so beautiful. So I think that first quote really spoke to me, and I hope it speaks to you. Another quote that I really liked is, "At that point in their lives, everything is clear and everything is possible. They are not afraid to dream and to yearn for everything they would like to see happen to them in their lives. But as time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince them that it will be impossible for them to realize their personal legend." With this quote, I really think that the idea is that when we're young, we have dreams, right? You say, "I want to be a waitress," and people are like, "Yes, go get it." And you're like, "I want to travel the world and go to every continent." And everyone is like, "You do that, you get it, you go and do that." And then it kind of hits a point where you're an adult. And if you're like, "I want to be an astronaut," people are like, "Well, honey, let's think realistically. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen." And there's this level of doubt that everyone seems to put you down. And the whole idea of this book is telling you that, no, your dreams are your goals. Your personal legend is, who do you want to be? What do you want to do in this world? And I think that this message is so important because rather than having dreams just be dreams, it allows you to actually build them into goals. For example, for me, I want to go to every continent, and I'm going to go to every continent. I think that it's the idea of when you're little, everything is okay and everything is possible. But then once you're an adult, all of a sudden, that's not the case. And I think that in a way you have this idea, in the book, it talks a lot about omens and how these omens happen. And I think that that's really true, is that the universe is sending you signs, and the idea of manifestation, it's silly, but you actually can manifest what you want because you work toward it and you know those are what I'm going to achieve because I want them and I want them bad enough to achieve them. And I think that the book kind of helps you think about that in a way that really helps you understand. And I love that. And I get it. There are a lot of logistics that make traveling and following your passions and what speaks to you. It is hard. I'm not saying it's easy, and I know that it is a challenge, but I also think that if you want it bad enough, you're gonna achieve it. You're gonna make it happen. And I love how The Alchemist kind of portrays this message and makes you, it almost is so empowering because it does make you think, I don't want to just be a dreamer. I'm a maker. I'm a doer. I'm going to do that. Another quote that I really liked is, I don't want to change anything because I don't know how to deal with change. I'm used to the way I am. And I think that this relates to a lot of people in this world, is that change is scary. Like, it is really scary. It is terrifying and it's hard to accept change. And I get that. But I also think that the rewards are so essential, and knowing that you can make things happen, you can do whatever you want. And I think that that is a beautiful message, and it's definitely possible, and I really like that. Another quote on that page that really spoke to me was, he still had some doubts about the decision he had made, but he was able to understand one thing. Making a decision was only the beginning of things. When someone makes a decision, he is really diving into a strong current that will carry him to places he had never dreamed of when he first made the decision. I just love this quote. I think that it is beautiful. Making a decision is the first step. You have to make a decision. You have to do something. You have to do something in order to get a result. If you are just sitting waiting for something to happen, nothing is going to happen. But I also love this idea that you grow from that one decision. And what my dad used to tell me was that when you learn, you become more ignorant, because when you do something or you learn something, you realize how much you don't know. It's such a cool concept. You dive into this one decision and it takes you into a world of things that you didn't really expect and you didn't know were coming. And I think that it's just a beautiful quote. It allows you to realize how much you have to learn, how much you have to grow, and how much one decision is going to impact your life. Just one decision and everything changes. And I think that that is beautiful, and it's a great message. This quote really resonates with me because I have struggled my whole life being present. My brain moves at a rapid speed. I'm constantly thinking about, what am I doing next? What's on the schedule? When am I doing this? When am I doing that? And I'm very not present. And I'm very aware of that. It's something that I've been working toward. But I really like this quote, and it says, because I don't live in either my past or my future, I'm interested only in the present. If you can concentrate always on the present, you'll be a happy man. You'll see that there is life in the desert, that there are stars in the heavens, and tribesmen fight because they are part of the human race. Life will be a party for you, a grand festival, because life is the moment we are living now. I love this quote. I think that it is beautiful. I think that it is so true that you learn to appreciate things. You learn to stop and smell the roses and use your five senses and just think, like, what am I seeing? What am I smelling? What am I hearing? What is going on around me? And it makes you just feel happier and present. And for me, I think when I'm traveling, I am the most present. I'm the most in the moment because I want to embrace everything. I want to see what's surrounding me. I just want to see everything. I want to do everything. And I think that there's such a power when you're traveling and you're in a new place and you're in that uncomfortable zone where it's like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I also have no idea what I'm doing. And it's like really exciting and cool. So I really love this quote, and I think that it is an inspiration in terms of being present and learning to actually enjoy where you are right now and appreciate where you are right now. Obviously, there's a lot of things that you maybe want to do. You have a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, and that's amazing and that's lovely. And it's important to think about those. But I think that it's also important to recognize that right now only exists once. You're only experiencing this moment once. That has a lot of beauty and a lot of power, and I really love that. Another quote that hopefully resonates with you is, it was my fear of failure that first kept me from attempting the masterwork. Now I'm beginning what I could have started 10 years ago, but I'm happy at least that I didn't wait another 20 years. Yes. I made a video for the beginning of 2024, and it focused on the idea of never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. And I talked about how I had all these ideas and goals in my life the past 4, 6 more years that I didn't really go into. I was scared, I was afraid, and I just love this quote because it's telling you, it doesn't matter how long you wait. If you do it eventually, there's beauty in that. The idea is that, you know what? Yes, you did wait 10 years, but you're not waiting 30 years. You waited 10 and now you're doing it. And I think that there's beauty in that, and that it holds such a strong message that you can start whenever you want. You can make a decision whenever you want, and that decision can change your life. That decision can change you. It can make you a whole new person. It can change your mindset. I think it's valuable and it's beautiful. I love that idea. The fear of failure isn't everything. Everyone is afraid. Everyone is always afraid, and It's unfortunate, but it's also true. And in my opinion, fear is leading to growth. You grow from fear. You grow from conquering fears, and that is amazing. The Alchemist is such a good book. I think it holds so many incredible messages that are life-changing in terms of your mindset. It allows you to become more in tune with yourself and follow your hunches and make your dreams into your reality. And I think that that is beautiful because so many people are living in a world that they don't maybe want to live in. They are living a life that they maybe don't want to live. And I think that this book tells you don't need much. We live in a society where you want materialistic things, and that totally makes sense. But the idea is that you don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. You can live a more rewarding life and live a fulfilling life without all of those possessions. And I think that that is another cool idea. I really like this book. I think it has so many great ideas. If you guys have any thoughts on The Alchemist, if you've read it, definitely let me know your thoughts. Feel free to comment your favorite Alchemist quote. I would love to see what quotes you also love. I think that if you want to shift your mindset into the outlook of letting your dreams lead you and following those dreams and building a life that you want, I think that this is a really beautiful book and it has a lot of really strong messages. And I hope that if you do read it, you enjoy it just as much as I did. And if you haven't read it, make sure that you add The Alchemist to your must-read list. This is such a good book. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again at Tice Travel Time.